Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Monday to everybody. We hope you've enjoyed your weekend. It was pretty okay, and some of us were able to get out. Maybe you could dodge a few showers just depending on where you went, and maybe you did some grill outs just in the midst of the rain that we were able to be able to bypass all that too. So today's been kind of an off and on eerie day. Some of you may have yet to see any rain, but now you're probably beginning to see the rain moving in as we're speaking to you this evening hours here. We begin now with a flood watch that covers up the whole entire coverage area for us. That'll go into 11 o'clock this Monday evening, basically meaning the potential for 1 to 3 inches is expected. Heavy downpours within some of these embedded showers as they're moving across the area tonight, so just keep that in mind. Again, low-lying areas, you know your typical routine. Watch out for rivers, streams, and creeks that could potentially overflow their banks, so just keep a close eye. And then again, that'll go into 11 p.m. This Monday evening. Could that possibly get extended? We'll see what the Weather Service says between now and the rest of tonight. So we'll keep a close eye on that for you as we're closely watching that. And of course, this is that time of year now. We are beginning to see a plentiful rain. We have done a good job with our rain departure this year over the last couple of months. July and August had a good helping of rain for our area, and that is going to be some good news for us. At some point, we're going to be begging for more rain in the future. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but we need to continue with this pattern, and we're going to remain unsettled for us as we make our way to the overnight hours tonight. We do see our shower chances we'll go up a little bit, and we'll diminish a little bit. We'll get a break in the lull activity here. We'll go from 73 to 69. You kind of see our temperatures don't budge too much there, coming in at 68 for the overnight, or right around 11 o'clock. So pretty much what you see is what you're going to get for us later on tonight. So not much of a cooling off with temperature-wise for the rest of the evening. And again, area-wide temperatures tonight are also going to be staying in the 60s everywhere you go. So muggy, and again, showers are likely with that flood watch. That'll expire until midnight on Monday, so just keep that in the back of your mind. High temperatures here in the city of Martinsville, we're going to come in at 84 with a mix of clouds. Later in the day, we will begin to see some morning showers in the morning, and then those will begin to taper off later in the afternoon, maybe to a few breaks of sun and clouds if we're lucky enough to get that activity in for us. So once again, you see our highs in the low to mid 80s from 84 is a very popular number here along the 220 corridor Ridgeway, city of Martinsville up towards Rocky Mount there. A low 70s here for our friends at Meadows of Dan, coming in right on 81, both Ferrum and Stewart. So right now, the way things are looking, we may get a break again. Some morning showers may lead to some afternoon clouds and sun. If you don't see any breaks in the rain, you'll most likely, if you do see breaks in the rain, which most of everybody should by, let's say, early afternoon, you'll most likely be either content with a mix of sun and clouds, or B, variably to mostly cloudy skies. So it may look like it's going to rain. In reality, it just kind of looks very ominous looking out there with the rain moving through part of the stationary front that's now been able to stall out in part of our area. So other than that, again, minus being the mild warm temperatures out here, it's going to be pretty muggy once again as our temperatures will slowly stay in the mid 80s. As we make our way towards the next several days, do know again, Tuesday right now is looking like one of the less of the wet days of the week here for us, as our temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 80s. Wednesday will cool off just a little bit near 81 with some passing storms in the afternoon. Thursday, again, we are going to remain in this unsettled pattern for us. So right now things are looking to be pretty a little bit wet out there, so just keep that in mind. Now Friday, I want to quickly talk about, because we got high school footballs Friday night, and obviously most of you want to make sure things are looking pretty okay. As of now, there is a slight chance of some showers later in the afternoon, so we'll continue to keep you posted later on that decision, and of course pay attention to your local area school, what they decide to do based upon the forecast too. So right now, Friday's looking pretty dry for the most half of the day, and then we may see some showers late in the afternoon hours and going into your Saturday as well. So again, an unsettled week will be the theme for us here. Temperatures not too bad, so we could be worse, but for September, this is a welcome sight and relief for everybody right now. Here's the latest on the tropics. This is now Hurricane Danielle, as you see, is expected to go out to sea, heading towards Spain and Portugal and parts of the United Kingdom. And so we'll see what happens with this storm. Again, most likely ship lanes are going to be having an impact with this. So if you have people taking cruises right now, do warn them that there is a hurricane out there in the middle of the a weird spot, to be exact, because a lot of times when these hurricanes form or these tropical storms form in the open Atlantic, they usually generally form, kind of see here, and then they kind of go this way, or they'll kind of go up this way. This one just kind of went straight up, and it's doing that number. So that is quite interesting to say that here we have a soon-to-be Hurricane Earl later this week. It is projected to kind of make a U-turn up to sea, so it's going to go like this and kind of possibly kind of follow the similar track to Danielle. And then again, we're watching another possible system that could be moving in later in the weeks to come. This is about a 50% chance of development at this moment. This would become Fiona if this was the next named storm on our list. So right now, this is a hot area for any tropical development between here and obviously along the Caribbean up towards the Bahamas. So if you have people out vacationing here, just give them a heads up. Hey, you may run into some choppy rip currents. But of course, this storm could go out to sea, kind of following a similar path of how Danielle formed. But again, right now, as a tropical storm, is predicted to become a hurricane by midweek, and Danielle will most likely continue to remain a hurricane until it begins to lose a lot of its umph in there. And we'll keep a close eye on this disturbance coming off the coast of Africa. But the good news is the East Coast remains quiet. So on that note, we're going to say farewell to you. Again, we wish you a wonderful evening. Happy Labor Day to everybody out there. Students, it's back to school on Tuesday, so hit the drawing board, once again, and we'll talk more about the upcoming week as we get closer to Friday Night Football.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.